No. If we have a turtle dragon, that should be very long. And maybe one time the dragon made with a turtle and come up a big giant turtle. And the emperor and the priest saw the carving on the back of the turtle, and that is beginning of the Phagwa. That's what they think. So, okay, and the horse we call the fire horse. The horse actually can fly, spray out fire, and so we call another fairy tale of animal. And they saw all the symbol and her too, okay, another symbol for this. So they discovered that. That's what they say, the legend. But whatever they are, this is what widely one of the quite old and very old symbol. So when the symbol set up, they must be way, way before 5,000 years. Before they can set a theory, write out all what happened, it has to go back to many thousand years ago. Okay. So now they discover very simple thing. Number one, we talk about our body and the elements and a very common sense. I don't think that time the mind is very complicated like us now, no? So they say, hey, the universe have to be in a cycle, a creating cycle. And sometimes they can run into a counteract cycle, okay? Or we call creating cycle, or generating cycle, or growing cycle, a caring cycle. So you give birth to a child, human is very long, okay? Yes or no? 9-month pregnancy. When you give birth, after that you have to feed the milk and to raise the baby 3 years into a child, okay? And you have to be educating them. And now we have professional school, pre-kindergarten, elementary school. Oh my God, now they take school 2 years old. I just sent my small son to the school. He's still crying, he still use pamper, and he still snap, you know. I said, oh my God, how can you do it? They said, yes, you have to make them used to. So 2 years old, they already go to school. Yeah, we are taking care of our children. So that is the creating cycle. The heart, when it burns, it becomes fire, energy. And when it cool down, it becomes ashes. And in the Tao said, they give birth to the earth. And when you have more fire burn, become ashes, it gathering bigger earth, and it help, olden time, they're condensing the metal. So when you have big earth, you dig down, sometimes you find a lot of metal down there. Mineral, metal, okay? So, now a mountain, now there are a lot of scientists discover that a mountain have a lot of mineral, they're actually attracting the rain. So the Tao connecting the metal together with the rain and the lake. So when you have rain, the water flow into the mountain and it flow out to the lake, and what you find? Mineral go rush all the way in the river and in the lake. Actually, it's in the now we know that, oh my God, this mountain must have gold. So what we do? Blow them up, boom. Okay, and now you don't have to wait for the rain. You blow them up piece by piece, and now you can look at it. So when they're attracting the water, we call kidney, bladder. So kidney, when you have water, when you have enough, you are feeding to the wood, and you see the wood, what happened? The wood start to develop, to grow bigger, blossoming, and bear fruits, and the seed can grow more. The seed can grow more tree. And we start cycle again. The wood give birth to the fire, so we call giving birth, creating cycle, and raising, growing, and it develop big. When they develop big, they give birth to another one, and give birth to another one, and give birth to another, and finally coming back. This is a theory going to use in the Tao practice in every single level. And you can see that how important this. Human, when he started to have learn how to nomade, mean raising a cattle, raising the sheep, the goat, and know how to grow fruit, vegetable, get the seed and grow again, get the seed and grow again. We are developed. And we understand the whole creating cycle. But sometimes we go back to too much, we destroy a natural cycle. We just want more crops, more food, more everything. So we use organic fertilizer, organic insecticide and everything, and we kill everything just to make one creating cycle. But the Tao said no. We need a natural cycle to move also in order to have this cycle move. So creating cycle, growing cycle, and the nurture cycle, and they grow up. Now they grow up, they give birth to another one. And the other one nurture them, growing them, and now it develop another one. And in turn, it come back to the one. You get the point? Hello? So that is the fusion. So that is the first step, okay? But in this, so when you are aware, we have organ, elements, and now they divide, the nature have 5 elements the same. So we have water, the lake, the river, the ocean, and we have the fire, okay? We have fire over mountain, start the fire, the stove, volcano, sun, all this is fire, okay? And it generating, creating. And we have the wood tree growing. And we have the metal. And we have the end, they come together, creating the fire. And the fire creating chi and energy. And the ashes back to again another cycle. And that's what we are so used to. We are master this creating cycle. We are master it. So nowadays, we should say that what? We're not going to run into famine. We're not going to run into no food. Yes or no? We have more food than before because we learn how to creating cycle. But we have to learn how more conscious and mindful about the food that we grow. That's all. Okay? Now we think, oh, I can have fertilizer. We can just do whatever they want. No. So that is a creating cycle. And this creating cycle, now it's coming into we call counteract cycle. So counteract cycle is the another. So the 5 elements, the organ and positive and negative emotional. So this is what sometimes these 5 elements also known as the Star of David. And they are so much involved with inside this 5 element theory, creating, counteract, and reverse cycle. There's so many theories inside there, okay? And the first step we are going to learn so much is the emotional. So negative emotional, and we know as a conflict cycle. And why we call conflict cycle? Because a cycle that we have conflict inside first. So everything in the Tao said, you are the one problem inside. Okay? So you know what happened? We always, you make me angry. You make me so stressed. You know? Because we point at people, one finger out, but 3 fingers pointed to us, and we don't know. Okay, and now we get trouble. And the other person, no, it's you. So now 2 people. Okay, now you have 3 people, and 4 people. So you point me, I point you, you point me. So now we have to see who have the bigger muscle, right? So it's you. If I have bigger muscle, more weapon, more gunmen, more bomb, it's you the one causing trouble. You have to be punished. So that's it. And now the other people develop more better muscle, more better weapon, and now if win you, you are the one that causing trouble. And we never end. We call an internal conflict, develop into a family conflict, develop into a society conflict, and go on and go on, a country and country, and bigger country and bigger country conflict. It never ends. I dream one day this simple theory can be widely used and have to practicing it. It's not just in the brain. Just think, I know the fire element, I know the creating cycle, I know the creating cycle, I know the conflict cycle. What do you use? In the brain. Only in the brain. But you cannot make it into real use. Because why? Each person involved with this. Okay? Now, so negative emotional cause sickness. Okay, so because stress and negative emotional cause sickness. Who say that? Doctors say that. Okay, so don't stress, don't get angry, work less, go home and take medicine. That's it. That's all. They themselves so stressed. They're themselves so sick, but they say, okay, all they do is you can keep on repeat and listen, and you can repeat the same very nice word. Nowadays, we can repeat a very wise word from all the great master, all the enlightenment master. They say some very nice word. We repeat it. Simple, huh? Mm-hmm. We just repeat it. And oh my God, he says so good. You repeat the same thing. But can we really make it inside and radiant out outside? That is the Tao talk about. And this is the difficult one. This is the difficult one. Okay? So now, the heart connecting with what kind of emotional? Hatred, impatience, hastiness, cruelty, arrogance. It's quite a lot, huh? It's quite a lot, huh? Now, also, we're always talking about a positive, and we always talk about what? A positive emotional, right? So we have what? We have love, joy, happiness. Love, joy, happiness inside us. So when we have this love, joy, happy appreciation, so the very important part, if you believe that organ store emotional, okay? And the West finally find them out, yes. Organ can recording experiences and emotional and respond to emotional. That's what they discover, and that we call the second brain. Okay, we're going to talk about the second brain. So, bad experience, good experience can store in the organ. But usually, we don't do anything. So all what we are stored in the organ, negative or positive, if you don't do anything with it, which one you store easier? Negative you store easily. So remember all the negative. Somebody say one word that you, oh my God, you know, and how long you remember? 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. That is very long, huh? And every time you repeat the same, that guy very bad said this to me, you are making more copy. And you say again, that guy is very bad, you make another copy. And every day you say one time, after 1 year, how many copies you make? Huh? 365 copies. Now every copy take a space. Hello? Every copy take a space in a hard disk. So organ and hard disk. So eventually one day, what happened? Your hard disk full. And what kind of memory you have? What kind of recording you have? Bad emotional. So now where is the positive emotional? No room to stay. It's gone. So you say keep on repeating the same old thing over and over and over and over, and it never finishes. And this is what we are, and we need psychology, okay, to help us to get rid of it. But the psychology have to, after the psychology get all the problem themselves, what I do? Have to find a higher psychology, okay? So they said the therapist need a higher therapist, and a higher therapist needs a what? Highest therapist. So at the end, what you get? I don't know who is the highest therapist. God. Okay. That's why we go up to God. God, forgive me. Okay, finish. You do again. Yeah, that's all. So we see here a positive energy like liver. We have kindness, generosity. This is positive. Angry, jealousy is a negative. So in a downstairs, all we have to do is find balance. You don't have to be doing too much. You don't have to get rid of all the negative and try to grow the positive. So if you want to grow a vegetable, pull out all the weed around the world. And the weed gone, and you can grow vegetable. Yes or no? Yes? You need to get rid of all the weed, otherwise they're going to grow in your garden. So whoever have weed in the world, I have to pull them. So when you're gonna grow your vegetable? Huh? Never. You go around pulling all the weed in the whole everybody garden. You have weed because your weed gonna spread to my garden. Okay? And they don't pull them, you go and pull for them. Yes, sir. If you in this one, you pull the weed out, you grow a vegetable, but they grow again. So in this area, you find a balance. So negative can grow. We need weeds or not? Who need weed? All the animal, the cow, the sheep, all these things. Deer, everyone, they need grass to feed them. They need weeds to feed them. That's all. So a negative one place is a positive another way. So that's why, so the positive emotional, and so liver, gallbladder now is supplied. So the liver is wood elements and is supplying the fire to the heart. So the heart, what we have the joy, happy, appreciation, gratefulness. And we have the positive emotional in the spleen, pancreas, stomach, fairness, openness, trust. And we have another one, the lungs, is the courage, righteous feeling, and all these things, and the kidney. So it's a creating cycle. You have to read it in the mind, and you have to know element creating, and you know how the organ look like. And when you turn your mind inwardly, you started to feel, hey, it's right. I feel it. Now you get it. You get the point? And in the emotional balancing is compose, recycle, not I'm going to kill you. Right? You are evil. You are sinful. You are very bad. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get rid of you. I'm going to delete you from the earth. That's it. That's what we're doing now, right? When you cannot take any more about the other people negative, all I do, I delete you out from the earth. And we made big trouble, right? So negative, we cannot let them go extreme. We have to find negative and positive a balance. You understand that? This is the Tao. You think this theorem a little bit better? Hello? It much better, huh? Rather than I to get rid of you. I'm going to wipe you out from the earth. I'm going to wipe you out from the map of the world. That's it. That's what we are when we get so when we so angry and we spread angry to people. So now you have one group of people creating so many angry. I want to destroy you. That's what we are. But the Tao said, how can you go to one level? Because you don't find a balance. You try to be, I am the righteous and you are the sinful. So, if you are the righteous of the righteous, so the other people have to be what? The sinner of the sinner. So, but the other one said, no, you are the devil. And this one said, no, you are the devil. Now we have to flex the muscle, see who have the bigger muscle. And that's what we are always like this, okay? We never end. I believe this one day will help a lot in the world. One thing bad, not good about this, you know what? People have to practice it. Not good, huh? You got to listen to the sermon. I'm good, I'm like God, I'm holy, I'm so good. And you go home, well, I'm good, and oh, you are evil, you are devil, okay? And you're so good, you are proud, you're walking, oh, okay. All these people are just like pig, eat and die. I am so holy because I am the image of God. And now, we're in big trouble now. You make yourself so high, and the other people so low. But the Tao said, no, we are born to be what? Equal. That's a good word, no? But it's very hard to do. We want to be equal. And the Tao said, hey, we are making our emotional balancing and harmony. That is the key. Okay? You get the point? So this is positive creating cycle. And you understand, positive need time to grow. Negative, oh my God, like wheat. You need to grow wheat? No. You burn them, they grow back again. You pull them, if there's something left, or the seed from the other places blow in the air and come to your garden, it grows again. So what you do? You need wheat to balancing with the good. The same thing like pH balance, pH in the soil, pH in the water, yes or no? So pH means what? Negative and what? Positive balance. Acid and alkali balance. You get this point? Very important. If you go back to practice, you always have to make sure this is the key. This is the key. You are, so in the Tao said, negative neither bad, positive neither good. When you find them balanced, that is good. That is good. Okay? So now we have another cycle we call a counteract cycle. The counteract cycle, which we express a lot in the astrology. Sorry, I don't know that today the computer. I don't know what happened. Okay, I just give you very quick because Christine will explain more, and this time we are so lucky. We have Christine coming to really helping to give you more, because everybody born in different way. Christine will lecture this one, okay? So you can have, you can also have your charts printed, so you can have everything that you are, okay? Like this person is the this person is, you look at it. The first step we look at it is a day master. That means they born to what elements? So the day master is what? Young water. And now we look at the young water. Okay? Now young water is what? Very little. So it's unbalanced. Okay? And the fire is so big. So this person can be tend to be too much fire. And so this is, we call uneven. Okay? And we need to make it even. Okay? And next one, so this one, you see, the earth, the self means the day master. This person born in the day of the earth elements. But in that day, the earth element very big. But the water element is what? Very zero. So in the counteract cycle is the earth counteract the water. It's blocking all the water. Okay? So now what happened to the water? When this one blocked the water, water cannot feed the wood, and the wood cannot feed the fire. Eventually the fire gone. Everything started to gone. You see a simple part? This is a very clear, we call a counteract cycle. This one blocked this one. And another cycle. Like this one, a self. A self is what? Is the earth. But the wood is so big. So when the wood so big and the tree so little, and the earth so big, the earth so little, but the tree is so big, it corrosion the wood. Take out too much energy out of the earth. So we can, the wood counteract the earth. Now this person are very conflict itself. Very conflict. Because wood element is the thinking, creating, and like to write, like to think, like want to think. But the earth element is what? Want to do, want to develop, want to do something. So we call more practical part. So this one is conflict. You think too much, but you don't have enough what? Action. Okay? And it just think and just keep on thinking and never get anything done. Okay? So this is the beginning that we call conflict cycle. Okay? So this conflict cycle is, so now if you look at this part, very simple. Okay? So if you go in the page 5, everybody, page 5. So page 5, this is how a conflict beginning from inside, and how a conflict between in the family, and how conflict between the relative, how conflict between the friends, how the conflict between the colleague in your company, how a conflict between the neighbor, how a conflict between the community. Because conflict inside, and you go out, activate the other people conflict, and everybody started to get conflict. You bring out all the conflict out into the world, and finally we bring all so much conflict out. So we said in here, oh no, this one. This is the finally. Sorry. So we go into a conflict cycle. So let's say this one, okay? So our first cycle is that the water can put off what? Hello? The water can put off fire, right? But the fire gives birth to what? Earth. And what the earth can do to the water? The earth can block the water. Everybody follow me? Water can distinguish or destroy the fire. Yes or no? Very common thing. And when fire burns, become ashes, it's creating more earth. So the earth is the children of the fire. Yes or no? Now you are going to be destroyed and killing my parents, and I am the earth. I'm the children of the fire. So what I do? Are you going to let somebody going to kill your parent and you say, okay, kill them? Huh? But you have the power to protect. So what happened? So the water tried to distinguish the fire, and the fire children tried to counteract the water. So now we have how many people in conflict? 3. Okay? Now, the second one, when the earth counteracts the water, and the water give birth to who? Water give birth to who? Wood. So the wood said, you are the wood. So you are blocking my parents, and I'm going to collusion the earth. So the wood counteract the earth. Yes or no? Okay. And the earth said, my children is what? The earth is, my children is metal. Okay. My children is metal. Now metal can do to what? And can chop down the wood, counteract the wood. You see the point? So now how many pair in conflict? The whole organ are you fighting me, I fighting you, and my children fighting each other. Now are you in peace inside? No. So the whole key, I tell you this is so good in the Tao energy psychology. The energy inside a conflict. How a person get conflict? Because the internal organ are conflict itself, and you believe internal organ is you. Yes? No? Hello? You understand this part? Hello? So they are big. So now we are internal war, internal conflict, and this conflict to one level. What you do? You bring it out to the people around you. Yes or no? And the people around you, you activate their internal conflict, and their conflict back to you. Now it's spread out from family to friend to your relative, to your friend, and the worst one is what? To your neighbor, right? And you bring it to the company and all your colleagues, and you're fighting again, and it spread out in the community and spread out to a bigger. That's how we are. And we're never going to be finished conflict at all in this world. Because everybody, what? They never actually go into themselves. Yes, they never actually go into themselves. And to solve their own problem first. And now you can solve the world problem. No, you can solve the family problem. You can solve your relative problem. You can solve more like that. That's how it works. That's different from, I love you all, I'm going to save you, I'm going to help you, I'm going to bless you. Thank you. That's it. Finish. Huh? So simple, huh? Say a few words, donation time, finish. That's all. Now, we go back to the same cycle again. Yes or no? So you understand this or no? Hello? Any question on this? Yeah.
Can we use the conflict cycle in a positive way? So for example, if the wood is too big, the metal could keep it in check, like control it?
There are yes, but we are checking you. That's why we are also the same. We are checking you. you are not good in it, I check you. So we call counteract cycle, control cycle. It depending what you use, counteract cycle, control cycle, or destroy cycle. So they're the same cycle. So either how you use. But in the Tao way, that the best way is what? Best way is this. So in the fusion, you take everything together, but in a pair. Okay? So in the earth, in the Tao say, okay, you set up a cauldron, a stove. Yes or no? So water and fire is the what? Is the oldest enemy. Yes or no? From the beginning, the earth is all fire. And it burn and burn and burn. Now rain coming out. And that is about what? Many billion years. Fire burning, water coming down, fire burning, water coming down, fire burning, water coming down. Until one day, the fire subsides down. And now we have a big space, ocean. In the Tao said that is the biggest cauldron in the world. Yes or no? The ocean is biggest cauldron. All the water go there. It gathering in a big ocean, and now the sun shining on the water. What happened? Evaporate, change, go up, and rain back again. Sun shining on and evaporate. So now they become what? Good friend. Okay? So the cauldron is the key. So in the Tao said, okay, earth. How the earth holding the water? Yes? And the light. So if you have fire, you pour the fire, water into the fire, it's gone. So no more. But if you have a cauldron, you put inside there, you put the water. Yes or no? You put the water in the cauldron, and below that you put the fire, and what you get? It takes us so many 100,000 years to discover that. You know that? So they have one movie, a funny movie. They call Crash for Fire. It's a funny movie. I don't know. You go to the YouTube, Crash for Fire, and a funny one. Before that, they said 100,000 years ago, we living in the dark. Only sun come up. Oh my God, sun. Okay, it saved your life, the sun. You know. And one day when volcano explosion, boom. You know. Oh, everybody run, and the one that survive. A lot of animals also die. So the animal being barbecued, right? And you pick up the barbecue animal. No need to hunt. You know, I have the animal already barbecue. You know, and they eat. And now they like barbecue. Okay. And that is the beginning of the fire. And they discover they have fire, and they can use the wood, everything burning them. But they don't know how to start the fire. So in that time, you have to kill each other. Whoever have fire, you have to kill them, take the fire, and you run. And you keep the fire burning, and until one day it's gone, finish. So they call a fire attendant. And you have to guard the fire, your life. And after another 10,000 years, 20,000 years, 50, 100 years, we discover, we can start the fire. So they get the wood and you rub it, so hot, fire. You get the rock. So now they still have a lot of time, they still have this. They teach the Boy Scout. Now this is the rock. This is how many 100,000 years ago we start the fire. And you start the fire. Now, quest for fire. 100,000 years we discover how to start the fire. And after that, we use the fire for a long time. We never have a pot. We never have a stove. We never have that. It takes another level of year and year and year, and we discover, I can use the earth, and you burn the earth and become a stove. And now I can put the water in there. I can put fire below. Now this water and fire become what? Work together with the cauldron, and they become what? A teamwork. And what you get? When the water and fire come in a teamwork, have a stove, what you have? Steam, energy, power. Pull. Now we change our whole human culture. Yes or no? That is the stove. That is the mediator in the between. Okay? If you don't have this earth cauldron or mediator in the between, the water and fire will do what? Will kill each other to death. Yes or no? I distinguish you. If you have more fire, you distinguish the water. I have more water, I distinguish the fire. So it's the oldest enemy. So now, oldest enemy become what? Ayo, we work together, and now we're creating another power. Yes or no? Now we have another enemy. What pair? The metal. So now we have metal and what? And wood. Now what happened to the metal? So the Tao said, you think this way. An axe. You hold an axe. You see a person hold an axe. Oh my God, you're going to chop a tree. Yes or no? Big axe. So you look, what tree I can chop? Okay. So you see the tree. Okay, boom, I chop it. Now you destroy the wood. Right. But now, the water and fire, one pair come together, work together very beautifully. And now the earth is in the middle. Okay? And on the earth middle, okay. On the right side, you have the wood. On the left side, you have the metal. Right? So now, but the center is the earth. So the center is what? To compare a relationship to the metal. The earth creating who? Metal. But the earth now in the middle, and the tree is on the right side, and you're getting a big axe run over your mother or your parent, and you're going to chop the tree. You think that it makes sense or no? No, the mother says, hey, what are you doing? Huh? Okay? What are you doing there? Okay? Because the earth, okay? So now what happened? The metal cannot run over and chop the tree over the cauldron. So what they do? They have nothing to do. So now we come back and talk. Now, wood can supply what? Fire. So you burn for a while, fire gone. So you chop the wood to burn to be fire. Now the metal attract what? Water. So now the water, oh, I have nobody to cut, what are you going to do? Oh, you can make yourself useful. You can extract more water and put more water into the pot. Now, what happened? Two big pair of enemy become what? A teamwork. And it's creating more power. So that is the whole important part of the Tao. Dissolve the self-conflict. You get the point? Now, when you dissolve this self-conflict, the next thing what you do, we call a creating cycle. So, because the wood, when you don't do them, all the elements, if you don't make them into a creating cycle, they started to die out. So you see here, fire alone, what happened? One day it burned, fire keep on burning so much, and one day what? It gone, only left what? Ashes, nothing to do. If the tree, no water support, no earth support, one day the tree become what? Die out. If the water, no metal support, eventually no more water. Now, when this one, no more fire, you cannot add creating more earth, what happened to the metal? No more metal or lesser metal. And you cannot extract. So now the whole cycle what? Everything die out. And you believe that? Our organs, day by day by day, they are not growing, they are not creating. One day, organ die by one, and that's what we have. Oh my God, my liver have problem. Oh my God, my kidney have problem. Now, big trouble, right? And the same thing cycle is what? A lot of, I tell you, now I look at all the medicine. Everybody understands side effect there, right? So what kind of side effect we do? So we say a lot of medicine that cure the kidney will have side effect or counteract or destroy what? The heart. A lot of medicine try to kill the liver. Will affect. So liver would counteract who? Earth is what? What organ? Spleen, stomach, pancreas. Is what? Digestion. So liver have to, a lot of medicine side effect what? On the digestion. Yes or no? I tell you, it's so going to so perfect because now, I don't know, I think Europe also, in America, very strict. Every drug that have side effect, you must what? You must inform other people. You doctor have to tell the people. The drug company have to publishing, hey, and you can search what this medicine affect what organ. Yes or no? Yes. Side effect is so much now. And exactly the same thing in counteract one. And after you take one to help to cure one, you destroy the other one. So what happened? You destroy the whole creating cycle. Yes? Understand that? Yeah. This is a very important Taoist energetic psychology. If you solve the internal organ, a lot of problem, emotional problem, sciatic problem, it started to dissolve and gone. You believe that? I am believe it so much. And I still keep on teaching. I always tell my instructor, because a lot of people cannot understand. I tell you when I beginning teaching, fusion, when I beginning teaching, you know what fusion? We get a name, and you still stick with it, you know? And now I want to clean them out. Fusion is very confusion. I hope this time fusion is not confusion, okay? If you understand this creating cycle, counteract cycle, now I tell you, first thing you're gonna change yourself. When you change yourself, what happened to your family? You're gonna change. And when you change your family, what happened to your company? Your energy are changing other people. And that is the key. Your energy are changing the other people. Because a company is a supervisor, manager, very conflict. I tell you, big trouble. If you don't change from inside and weakness of the organ, creating tremendous problem. The family, the neighbor, the relative is creating a lot of problems like that. Okay, so we call a balance. So a creating cycle is what? A balancing cycle. Okay, so now let's look at this one, and we're going to do the practice. So one organ or one element stand alone, they're going to die out. So if you have a creating cycle, so when you have to start one cycle, you have to start one. In this one, that's why we need the astrology to see which one is dominate, and you have to start that one. Otherwise, you cannot start anything. So when the tree get more water, it grow, and when it get more water, it creating more fire, and the fire creating more earth, the earth creating metal, metal creating more water. Now cycle come. Finally, come back to the fire. Now it's creating a lot of chi energy, and the ashes turn into what? Into earth again, and they come back another cycle. You have the idea? If you get this, I tell you, your life changes, and your family changes, and the environment that around you changes. Why? Because you yourself not in. Definitely, if you are the leader of the family, or even you are not leader, you're still affecting. But you need more work to affecting more people. Okay? Understand that? So you understand what is fusion and what is the positive and negative emotional? Okay. So any question up to now? Hello? Confusion or not confusion? Okay, now so the first step, we need to activate the pakwa. Okay, we need to activate the pakwa. So we are going to activating the pakwa. So we have the page 1, and you have this one. Actually, you have this inside. So they're printing a nice. You have this. The chart is the same thing. You have it here. The chart you on the page 8 is the same one, but this is color, so it's better only. This is color. Okay. So we're going to talk about the pakwa is the mind, eye, heart power. Very important. So the pakwa is, we call, actually there are many proof that this is the DNA. This is the DNA. So so they have book, they call the I Ching, that means the pakwa, and the genetic code. And the new book coming up, the DNA and the I Ching, and that's all the pakwa. So the pakwa is what? One broken line, one solid line. And that's the DNA. And when you have one broken line and one solid line, what you get? If you combine them together, they become a 64 kwa. And I don't know if it matches perfectly with what? The DNA. So 64 DNA, and this is one of the German neurology, and he cannot understand the computer code. He cannot finish it. He knows something, but he cannot. And he went to Chinese and learned the I Ching, and he completed. Because the I Ching and the computer code is what? It's the same. Okay. So what you have, a broken line is what? 0. Yin, 0. Yes or no? So yin, 2 broken line is 0. 1 solid line is what? Yang. And if you have 2 broken lines, what? 0, 0. If you have one broken line and 1 solid line, what you get? 0, 1. And 1, 0, and 1, 1, 1, and 0, 0. And you stack them together. So you have 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. This is what? Computer code. This is the most widely used in where? In the whole world. And now you go to the next world, they still there. The DNA in the universe is still using the same. The universe DNA. And our body a DNA. So what happened? No anybody have the same DNA. Yes or no? Yes. So in the future, what? If you're going to recognize somebody, it's the DNA. And DNA from what? From your hair, from your skin. That's all. So that's why the saliva, many things. Okay, so that's why the crime scene is very dangerous. Okay, make sure you don't make a hair falling down there. You don't make a skin fall down or your saliva. Okay, and all is the DNA. And this ain't nobody the same. So the Tao said this is the code of the DNA. So you see here the DNA. So all this DNA involved with all what you are. Okay, that's all what you are. And is that limit? So this is what the qua. So this is, you can go on, never finish. 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. So here 1, 0, so 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. So this one 0, 0, 0. And this one is so 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. So if you go on like this, you never finish. So all these things is a quark, and they discovered that it's exactly the same as the computer code. And they written down the history in the Chinese from some of them 40,000 years ago. They have this written down on the wall and describe all the history, what happened every day, every month, every year. They write it down, okay? So that is the DNA. So now we're going to do activate the yin yang, okay? And we're going to chant the pakwa, okay? So this one, you need to work with it for a while, okay? So the first step, you put here in the navel, okay? And the chanting is not God's name. It's not blessing or whatever. It's not. It's the DNA. So that is the first chanting we call. So in Pakwa we have heavenly Pakwa and later heaven Pakwa and Yin Pakwa and Yang Pakwa. So we are using, make it simple, because this is crazy for Westerner. When you go into reversing the Pakwa and forward the Pakwa, it's very crazy. Even me crazy also. Okay? Because, so we stick with one Pakwa only, Yang Pakwa. So we call it expansion Pakwa, Yang Pakwa. So the Yang Pakwa, and the first one we call Yin. We call Kan, we call it the Yin. So we say Kan, Kan, Ka. So the chanting involved with the sound, involved with the three Dantian sound. Dantian, Ka. Now come to palate, and when you move the palate, now you're opening the scalp. When you come up to the head, you're opening the scalp. Okay? So now Kan, we say on the back. Li in the front. Okay? Jun, right. Tui, left. And Kun, Ken, Sun, Chen. Okay? So that is the whole scalp also involved with this. And the vibration of the sound actually vibrating the scalp. And the scalp we call a cathedral. The scalp is what, it takes so many thousand years to figure out how to make a mop, a church that no pole. It's round and it echo. Why? You want to send message to God. So you have to make in the olden time they don't know how to do it, so they know that, okay, I make an amplifier. Now you can make a very big amplifier and facing to the heaven, and you can chant. Now God will hear you, right? In the olden time, you make the skull of the human that they study in the olden time. The architect, they study and they study. How can I make a building like the skull, no pole in the between, and everything round? That is how they do. When I do this, it's the same. There's no pole in the middle. Okay, and that is we cannot build second floor, second story for that. You know, there's only one floor like that. Okay, so the skull. So now, Kan. I roll up and look up. Oh, and you started to feel frequency go up to the heaven. Okay? Now, Li. So this one, approximately 3 inches, 8.5 centimeters. I think they make, because this one makes it small, the original one approximately like that. Okay, so approximately 3 inches diameter, Okay, like this. Okay, so right in here, the navel area. Okay, Li. So Li, when you roll up, your eye focus on here, and feel you extended to the universe. And that's what the Tao talking about, the 9 antenna extended to the universe. Okay, 9 antenna extended to the universe. So all this very important part in the Tao, the antenna, and that is the vibration, the gland and the vibration. Okay, and if you don't develop this vibration antenna, and your antenna is this small, you cannot broadcast anything. Nobody can gonna receive your frequency. Yes or no? When your antenna is so little, you have to put it on the top of the mountain and you're broadcasting it out. The same. So this one we call the top of the mountain, and your antenna go up to the head, and this is the one that extend out to the universe. So you ask, when you have very tall, good antenna, can people receive your frequency? Yeah. So we say, God hear you. After the God receive your information, what happens? If you keep on asking every day, I say, oh my God, this guy very consistent. Ask me every day for so long. Okay, I will give him what he asks. So God hear you. And God answer what? Your prayer. But we are sending our information. Later on we say, you're sending an information with your thought, but you always have to go with what? Love, respect, gratitude. That is the key. No love, respect, gratitude, that cannot go out. And they receive it. This guy very rude. Throw them away. Right? But the guy you respect, gratitude, sincere, the energy go up. So in the olden time, they think, so, oh, if I want God to smell, I buy a very good incense, right? So what? And the God up there smell the incense. Oh, good incense. But in the olden time, we have no incense. What we do? Burn the lamp, right? So we kill the lamp, and you burn the lamp, and the burning lamp is what? And you put some barbecue sauce in there, okay? And God like it, oh my God! So when one family burning the lamb or the steak and put a good barbecue in that, how many families smell that? Huh? Oh, maybe few my family. Oh, so many people. Oh my God! Someone burning the steak or the lamb. Oh, very good, right? You know, yeah, we feel so good. Oh, good. You know. And God also the same. Okay, so I don't know. So God must be not what? Not vegetarian. I don't know. Yes or no? Huh? If you believe the Bible, you know, God not vegetarian. Why? Because the brother of what? Cain. What he do? What he offer to God? The fruits, right? He put all the fruit there, but the other one, he's a nomad. He raised the sheep, and he killed the sheep, and he burned the sheep, and got up there, smelled the burning sheep, and said, oh good, I bless you. And the other one, the fruit, God said, I don't look at it. So now we get the first sin, no? Okay, so what happened? He killed the brother. Why God bless you and don't bless me? He don't blame that because he offering the fruits, and they're not very good smell, and not reach up to the heaven, right? But the burning, it's the frequency. Actually, I tell you, it's a frequency. You know that? I think that the burning, when you go up high, and God smell the burning fresh, and God bless you. Okay? I don't know. That is just a story, okay? Okay. Kan, Li, Li. I roll up. So you have to be followed. Li. Palette move here. Li. Up here. You feel a frequency started to go out, go out, go out. And later on, you put in your thought, put in your sincere respect. This frequency go up higher and higher and higher. Now we believe that highly intelligent up there, when you send them the right information, right energy, they receive it. And what happens? They want to help. They want to help you. That's what they are. They have nothing to do. If you don't ask them, they have nothing to do. Sitting there. Why nobody asks me for anything? Because everybody antenna, so little antenna, and you keep on asking, why God you don't answer me? Because your antenna is so little. You stand out, nobody hear you. Yeah, they have nothing to do. You know that? They're so free. Okay. So that finished. Kan li.